Okay, on that note, we'll ask our Sergeant at Arms, Abhishek, to come and read her bill.
On WhatsApp, but I don't have
Should I share? I will try.
yeah, I don't have sharing permissions on this. Oh, I have. Okay, okay, I have. I will share. I will share.
Good morning to all present here, fellow masters and guests. Welcome to 188th meeting of Foodie Toastmaster Club. And here we all have gathered to learn and grow together and be a better version of ourselves. So, yeah, there are some sets of rules and nuances for the meeting, which in every Toastmaster meeting we follow. So, I will introduce all these rules. The first is we must keep our phone in silent mode or vibration mode. And we must avoid walking into the meeting room whenever the speaker is on the dais. And last, we must avoid speaking on politics or gender or religion, which may upset the speaker. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce you all to the president of our club, the distinguished Toastmaster Kiran. I'd like to introduce he's a chartered accountant, professionally with the Deloitte, and yeah, he's a dedicated, focused, and he favors hard work, which help him enjoy himself and contribute to his family. Thank you.
I welcome you all for today's 188th meeting. Let me tell you a story how I joined a Toastmasters Club. I think 5 years back, I was attending an orientation class in my CA course, where I have to speak on the stage, right? That is when I came on the stage to speak for the first time. I was shivering, and I was holding myself strong on feet because I should not, show that I am shivering. But the feedback I got once I got the feedback, they said like you were very confident. I was shocked. How are you very confident? How am I very confident? You were saying that I'm confident. Then I realized, the voice. They said your voice is good, so it does not show that you are nervous. Then I started, attending the these meetings very regularly. Like we have in our Toastmasters, in our CA community, we have a similar set of meetings called Sikara Speakers Forum, where only it is allowed for students. The same ditto. It is created by Toastmasters only. There I used to attend during my studies at least two times in a month. So after once I complete my CA, I can't go there. I was searching where can I attend. I did not know that Toastmaster has so many clubs in Bangalore. Then I googled it. I think just last year, same time, I think September. I googled it, like nearby Toastmasters. There's so many clubs in Bangalore that is there. Then the Hoodie Toastmaster Club was near to me. Then I came here. I think it was very good. I think I came in first week of October. Then I joined. Immediately I joined. I did not think anymore because I know how important it is, how it plays a pivotal role in your personal and professional life. But I came with the intention that it's only communication skills. But when I came here, it's an ocean. There are a lot of opportunities. For example, you can develop leadership skills. It's not about only coming here and speaking. We have officers roles like president, vice president, and treasurer. There are so many roles at club level. But when you go to area level, there are other roles like area director. There are various opportunities are there if you can use it. That's how it plays a pivotal role in your professional and personal life. So with this, I think we have few guests. If you can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Sonika Shetty. Then I'm a recent fresher who has joined Hewlett Packard Enterprise, which is in Madhya. And yeah, I was curious about Toastmasters, so I happened to attend it. And this turned out to be the closest Toastmasters. So yeah, that's a small introduction about my professional life. When it comes to my personal life, hobbies, for example, I'm a painter. Like I like sketching and painting, and I like reading comics. Um, and yeah, news. I like reading news. Then apart from that, when it comes to my degree aspect, I have pursued computer science engineering in Midtech. I don't know if you guys know Midtech. It's Bangalore. Okay, I learned in Calcutta. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
Okay, hi everyone. Myself Jayaprakash. Total I have 10 years of IT experience. 10. Yeah, 10 years. Just I came here to know about this. This is a good platform to learn something, expose into this communication side. Or still, as even though 10 years experience, there will be like I have something kind of phobia or where we'll be in institute talks, some places. So just maybe this place might be good exposure to learn myself. So actually, so personal life, I came from Andhra, AP. So I came from Anandapur, which is AP. So my hobbies were like badminton. I used to play. Yeah. Currently, I'm working in this country, which is near to Decathlon here, Andhra.
Thank you. I think this is a place where
Toastmaster Kiran, sorry, can I just request the speakers to be a little louder? I'm on Bluetooth, I'm still not able to hear. Just be a little louder so people online can also hear comfortably. Yeah, that's a note for everyone there, please. Thank you.
am I audible now?
Much better, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think we also have some online guests. Can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hello everyone. Hi. You can see me, right?
Yes, yes.
Hi everyone. This is myself Naresh. I'm working as a senior engineer in one of the MNC companies located in Dumluru, Bangalore, and I'm basically from Karnataka, which is located 100 kilometers from Bangalore towards north. And I'm married, having two kids. And I got settled down in Kolar, which is another district in Karnataka, which is 70 kilometers from Bangalore. Yeah. Uh, and my wife is hello. You can hear me, right? Hello.
Yeah, continue, Naresh.
Yeah. So my wife, her name is Nakomala, who is working as a village accountant in Taluk office Kolar. And elder one is a baby girl who is 6 years of old, studying in first standard in the Kolar itself. And the younger one is in 3 years of old. His name is Tarakaram, and he is enjoying his childhood with his grandparents in my native. And coming to my parents are located in my native. My father is a government physical education teacher uh, near to my native itself, and my mother is a housewife. Thank you. And the main purpose of joining this club, sorry, I still have some more points too. The main purpose I need to why I joined here, like still I know I am working in IT, so somewhere I'm lagging in the communication where my manager highlighted this and suggested to join this club. So as I was searching in nearby places, I got Kerpuram, other places nearby Woody, Wakefield, and that. But weekends I have only option that is weekends, that is Woody. So I joined this club.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's move forward. I think we have Snehal. Snehal, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay. Can you introduce yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Good morning. So I am from Kolhapur, Maharashtra. I came to Bangalore 5 years back. Currently, I'm working in a automotive industry as a senior engineer, and I'm the purpose of joining this club is I want to improve on my communication skills, speaking skills. Also, I want a better opportunity where I speak myself and express my express my feelings and my experience with others. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Let me move on. I'm also playing a team module for today's meeting. So I think until yesterday nobody came up for this because of this festival, long weekend.
But Obama was supposed
You should ask. So I think I was searching for a topic where my role is, well, let's say audience role is more. That's where I chose the cultural festivals where I can get more insight from the audience. So I think Indians are, I think India is known for its diversified culture, right? Different parts of the country celebrate different, festivals. So, yeah. So if you see from the South Indians, like, we celebrate more festivals. Like be it can be Makara Sankranti, Shivaratri, and this Varamanash. I think these are all like more specific to the South Indians. I think. So when it comes to, I picked like main like festivals where I can speak more about that. Let me share the screen. Which is the first festival which comes in a year? Sankranti. Okay. What it is known for? Like what signifies the festival?
Farmers who got something, received, especially, they will celebrate, I guess.
Yeah. I think it signifies the change of season, right?
Yeah.
From winter to the summer. Spring, sorry.
Not season also.
It's not season also. Actually, hello, may I add a point? So actually, see, when we start rainy season, right? People start agriculture, irrigation. So it will end in December. Okay, so whatever they have irrigation is done for that time period, whatever the efforts they have done, right? So for that efforts and all, they will celebrate in this month. Okay, so in this celebration, it includes whatever the tools and domestic animals whichever they have, right? They will treat them as one of our family member and treat like do a festival.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I think we also have a different name for this festival, right? In Tamil Nadu, they'll call it like different name. We have Pongal, and in Karnataka we call Makara Sankranti, and Sugi Habba. Sorry, in Karnataka they will call it as Sugi Habba. So, which is the next festival which comes to your mind?
Second
After-
February, February, March it will come Mahashivratri. Shivratri.
Yes, you're correct. So, next festival is Shivratri. What's special on this Shivratri? We do fasting, right? I think we do fasting, we celebrate it. So it indicates the union of Lord Shiva and the Devi Parvati. I think this kind of a marriage of Parvati and Shiva. So let's move on with next festival. Which is next festival?
Ugadi.
I picked one. Something. Yeah. So Ugadi, what's special? For our Indians, right? It's a new year. Yeah.
What happened here?
Yugadi is derived from a Sanskrit word called Yuga, means age, and Adi means beginning, means it's a new year beginning for the Indians. So, what special we cook on this Yugadi?
The neem leaves and jaggery.
Yeah, apart from that,
Who are the facility we call 5 different layers.
Okay.
Which can keep us not feel sick because of the weather change.
Okay.
It
And
has
more,
bitter.
yes, neem,
Yes,
the bitter, yes.
and mix the jungle.
And also, I think, our edition, we also prepare, Obatu. I don't know, I don't know the concept in English. Holy game, yeah. So.
Puran Puri in Marathi.
Okay. So let's move forward to the meeting. Before moving on to the next segment, let me explain the structure of the meeting. So we have a prepared speech, we have our table topics, and it's like impromptu speech where you'll be called on the stage to speak on topic, and you have evaluation, right? So these three segments will be there. In order to evaluate the entire meeting, we have a person today to evaluate. He is working as a business transformation consultant at EY. His hobby is gardening, and he's a fitness enthusiast. Let me welcome on the stage Toastmaster Suresh Shah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
PDCA is one of the important project management methodology. So can anyone tell what is PDCA? PDCA stands for?
PDCA.
Yeah. PDCA.
Plan to check act.
Thanks. So PDCA stands for Plan, Do, Check, Act. Let me explain it with an example. Suppose currently, today I am 77 kg weight, right? So I have a target of reducing it to 70 kg. So what is that? How do I reduce it? That's a project, right? So think of I am applying PDCA. So my plan is to, currently I'm 77, I want to reduce it to 70. And by what time I need to reduce it? Maybe by December or Jan, something like that. Right? So that's about planning. Next is do. So what is that action I need to do so that I can reduce my weight by the time it's Jan or February, I can do that, right? So that's about doing, taking the action. The next thing is check. Check is about, am I constantly monitoring, measuring my weight, or what is that good I am doing, what is that I need to improvise, so that I am in the journey of achieving the whatever the target I have set, and then I need to do some course correction, which is that. So the C is very much related to the general evaluation role, what we do in Toastmasters Club. So where our own member of a Toastmaster Club will take up the general evaluator role and evaluate the meetings from start to end in terms of what is it doing, what is it we have done good, what are the areas of improvement, etc. So to do that role, along with me, I have my tag team also to support me on that execution of that role, which is called as timer, accounter, and grammarian. So maybe let me invite the timer to explain his role. A timer is a software developer in ABB, and he is very much interested in badminton, and he loves swimming. And so please put your hands together to welcome timer for the Toastmaster edition.
Thank you. Hi, good morning all. This is my first time as a timer. Yeah. So as a timer, I will time the speaker and evaluator and the table topic speeches. And also I will take care of, I will alert all the speakers when on the time they have left for the speeches. So I will alert with the green, yellow, and red cards. For table topics, the speeches should be within 2 minutes. At 1, I will raise the green card, and at 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the evaluators, their evaluation can be between 2 to 3 minutes, and likewise at 2, I will raise the green card, and at 2 minutes 30 seconds, yellow card, and 3, I will raise the red card. For the speeches, for For the icebreakers, each it is between 4 to 6 minutes, and likewise minimum 4 minutes and maximum can 6 minutes. So at 4 the green card, and 5 yellow and 6 red card. And for the most frequent, most common speeches, it is 5 to 7. So yeah. Yeah, thank you. I will present my report.
Thank you, Abhishek, for explaining that role. So next we have our counter. So our counter is again one of the passionate Toastmaster, and he really wanted to take his communication and presentation speech to a next level. So please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Amarnath as our counter.
Yeah, thank you. Greetings, Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Amarnath, and today I have taken up our counter role. The purpose of the our counter role is to note words and sounds that are like those kind of fillers, as well as the words that you unconsciously repeat too many times. So during this meeting, I will listen to these overused words, such as and, well, I mean, but, and so on. And I will also listen for filler words. And then I'll make a note of how many words, such words you used during this meeting. Essentially, the first step to solving any problem is to understand and know that there is the problem actually exists, right? So the consciousness and the awareness itself will help us in a big way to move towards a place where we can, be without this problem of repeating these words unnecessarily too many times. So at the end of this meeting, I will also report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amar, for taking up that role. And our next role taker role is a grammarian role. And this the person who is taking up this role is a comedian who looks forward for festive season in a hope to get more shows. So is none other than our Toastmaster Arun Sriram. So Arun, can you please explain your role?
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Suresha. We live in a world where we celebrate famous Instagrammers more than people who have good grammar. And therefore, I'm grateful to a forum like Toastmasters, where we still give value to good grammar. My role today as a grammarian is to note good usage of English language, as well as mark areas for improvement individually and as a club together. Today, we have a couple of rules. So first is the word of the day, which is cathartic, which is an adjective, which means providing psychological relief through the open expression of strong emotions. For example, listening to Ilayaraja music when I'm feeling depressed is a cathartic exercise in itself. We have an additional surprise for you all today, which is the word to avoid or not use today, not even avoid, not use. And that word is using actually out of context. This will be marked only during the table topic session, and people who use actually as a filler word during those table topics will not qualify to be polled as best table topic speaker. I already have the consent of a table topic master on this. This is to make sure that we actually avoid using the word actually indiscriminately. I will give my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster Suresha.
Thank you for that. For the prepared speeches, so TMOD will invite the evaluators and they will read out the project objectives and guidelines. So with that, back to you, Toastmaster Giri, and I will share my report on point.
Thank you, Suresha, for explaining your role. So I think festival is something, it makes people to come together and celebrate, right? Like for example, the people have come here to Bangalore for their work, for their profession, right? When for during the festival, they go back to their place and they do enjoy and they do celebrate the festivals with their family. So it signifies the unity among the people. So which is I think after Ugadi, which is the famous, which is the festival you can think. Ganesh is before that. No. Like, it is.
Okay.
But
it keeps shifting.
Yeah, I think every 9 months.
Yeah,
Time of
11 months.
11 months or 9 months, yeah. And it's a holy month for fasting for Muslims, right? So Muslims believe that during the month of Ramzan, the Prophet Muhammad was given the Quran, like Islam's holy book, we call it as. The purpose of fasting is to purify the soul and demonstrate a solidarity with poor and needy. It is also seen as a way to improve the self-discipline and gain deeper understanding of the Islam. During fasting, I think they eat only before the sunrise and after the sunset. That's the significance of this festival. Which is the next festival? No, before we have a festival. Varamanashmi. Yeah. I think in South India.
Easter is also there actually.
Disqualified. People worship Maharashmi, Goddess Maharashmi to give wealth for the people, right? So which is next? Obviously, this week's festival. So what is special in Ganesh Chaturthi? What they prepare? Modak, yeah. I don't know. We call it as Kadabu. I brought this today. I told my mother yesterday night, and she woke up 5 AM in the morning. And she prepared
A lot of preparation.
Is it like same as Modak? Same as Modak? I don't know what is Modak.
We'll see.
I think it's the festival we prepare. I think we friends prepare 1 month prior because we come together and we make arrangement for this Ganesha festival. I think 1 month prior to the festival itself we make preparation. So let's speak about this festivals going forward. Yeah.
One question to everybody. Do you know the history of this Ganesha festival?
Yeah.
I think it's the birth of elephant. What?
Not birth.
No. Yeah.
I think it is when his head.
Nothing to do with religion. Lokmanya Tilak started it.
No, it was already being observed.
No, it was not.
No, he started doing it publicly. He started doing it publicly.
Chaturthi is a festival, but the Ganesha festival was we run today as a society in India was brought up by Lokmanya.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, he is right. I would like to add on that is as a festival to bring people together as a community. He started this festival, and it got celebrated all over the India after that, and it actually I feel is a big. Part of life of nowadays in the people where we celebrate it at the house level, then at the community level, also with a different organization level like school, colleges. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So let's move to the first segment of the meeting, that is prepared speech. We have 2 speakers today. Before introducing the first speaker, let me introduce the first evaluator. He's a person who always motivates me, encourages me to take up the roles to give speeches. And he's the first person I met when I came to Budi Toastmaster Club. I call him as a poet because wherever he goes, he takes up the picture and he writes something about that. That's a very rare skill that to have. And he is a master in persuading people. So let me welcome Toastmaster Arijit on the stage to explain his poem.
With respect to persuasion, I had a very cathartic experience the whole last week, which I will be telling probably in table topics. The actual purpose of this project is for the worker to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he uses non-verbal communication to express himself. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. And with that, I would hand it over to Toastmaster.
Thanks, Haridit. So Rupini is the first speaker of the day. I think there are a lot of efforts goes behind to conduct this meeting, right? The entire week. And as a VP, I'm very comfortable because Ajit and the Dixon mainly, who helps me to feel comfortable because whenever there are no people to take up the roles, he is the first person to reach out to me and he is the first person to help me. So he is consistently helping me in all the way in this to set up this meeting, and I would consider him as a teacher of my life, who helps me, who teaches me, and who guides me. So let me welcome Toastmaster Dixon to the meeting.
Thank you.
I'm audible, right? So
Yeah, you can hand it.
One Saturday in February this year, my wife of 10 years magically rediscovered my stellar qualities and praised me to the sky. Ouch! You know one thing? The very next day, she asked for a diamond ring. I was depressed to see my bank balance after that purchase. But what I really liked in that episode was her approach to get the diamond ring and being successful in that. In other words, how she grabbed her sugar cubes from me. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, how many of you heard the story of an ant who was trying to get this kind of sugar cubes like my wife? Anyone? I'll tell you. There was a dish on the table. It had sugar in it. A fly entered the room and flew straight towards the sugar cube, started feasting on one. Same time, there was an ant standing on the ground in other corner of the room. He smelled the sugar cube from the distance and started walking towards downstairs. After a few minutes, and reached the bottom of the table and started climbing the wooden leg of the table, but failing each time. Meanwhile, our fly, now full and satisfied, started flying here and there around the room. He saw an ant trying to climb the table, but failing. Fly flew down towards the ant and hugged him. What in fact? Why don't you just fly and reach the sugar cube in a moment? Oh, I forgot. You don't have the wings. Then why don't you just stop trying? Someone replied to him politely. I don't have my wings, my friend, but I have my determination and commitment. So I'll keep trying in a simple and straight way, I know. After several attempts, half an hour later, and reached the tabletop, loaded the granule on its back, started walking back. Fly saw this and tasted so much of effort for a sugar drink, not worth it. And replied, not worth it for you, my friend, but absolutely worth it for me. Because this is the only way I know to achieve my goals and to feed my family. Yes, it's really hard for an ant to get the things done, but still it became successful through hard work. My friend, in my world, I am the ant. I had to work really, really, really hard, even for small achievements. The first failure came in my childhood. As a musician, I started with the flute, it became flop. I switched to violin, my master became violent. Oh God. I even tried guitar. My father smashed it because his voice was annoying. And finally, I reached to my first sugar crystal. Keyboard. It was my toughest branch. Slowly and steadily, I mastered it. My end objective was to become a part of a famous church choir, my second sugar crystal. They allowed me to be part of the team with a strange condition. My keyboard won't be plugged to the speakers. I lost my confidence. My sugar cube slipped away. Then I did what real men do during a crisis. I called my dad. The man smashed my guitar.
Right.
The party is there. Hold on, my son. Try hard. You will get it. 10 months later, I was the standard presence in the choir team with my keyboard connected to the speakers. I had heard first crystal of my sugar and enjoyed the taste. 2 years later, my colleagues had taken leave due to some personal reasons. And everyone suggested my name to lead the team. Yes, I had learned the entire sugar. Be smart, be intelligent. The best part is think out of the box. Someone must have heard about it, right? The tips most successful and motivational speakers give to the average and below average people like me. Sometimes I've even tried hard to be that genius, but I could not find out the magic trick to think out of the box. Then I realized the simple and easy way to survive in life and walk towards to our goal is hard work. Wings are not needed to start. My friends, whether you be an ant or a fly, stick to the straight road of sugar cube. Stick to the straight road of the hard work. You will reach to your sugar cube one day. Over to you. Thank you.
What a speech. The importance of looking at him without any this one. So let me move on to the next speaker. Have you seen Dhoni? Sorry, have you heard? I think you will soon. Right? What is known for?
Audio business
Cricket and his calmness, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wherever in any situation you see him, even if you need 2 sixes in 2 balls, he seems calm. Do you want to see Dhoni? No. We have in our team also we have to evaluate the second speaker. So let me give this whenever I see him, he reminds me the Dhoni because we always see him calmer and composed. So he's a software developer and who likes reading, traveling, and badminton is his favorite sport. Let me welcome Tilok on the stage.
The second speaker is attempting his level 1 part 2 speech in the theme presentation mastery. The goal of this speech is to enhance the speaking skills, practice them using vocal variety and a change in body language. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, Tilok. Let me do the second speaker of the day. And I apologize, I did not spell the title of the first speaker, I forgot. So since it is a, I think I introduce a second speaker. He hails from Tamil Nadu. He currently is working in Novo Nordisk at Bangalore. He likes traveling and exploring new things. he was a complete player in his college days, and he's a fan of a great Ajit Kumar. So, Venkatesan, fight to remember, Venkatesan, over to you.
Thank you, Karan. Hello, Toastmasters. Hello, Toastmasters. So via today's speech, I would like to take you all for the flight travel, free flight travel from Bangalore to Mysore. Are you ready to fly?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Flight Deck. I am your first flying officer, Venkatesan speaking. Venkatesan speaking. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I would like to welcome everyone to board on the flight Toastmaster 1200 for a flight from Bangalore to Mysore. So this is flying time would be 5 to 7 minutes, and we are going to fly in the speed of 1900 feet. And meanwhile, please fasten your seatbelt, set back, enjoy your journey. So your safety is first our concern. So for that one, please sit back and off your mobile phone or put it in flight mode for avoiding any turbulence. Okay, can I move to next week? I am near.
Take your time.
Calm down. Restart. No problem.
Nobody's looking at you.
And moreover, the second important thing is, so your flying officer is not flying well. So please follow his speech. that means I'm not prepared well for his speech. So there will be a incontinuation in the speech. So follow on speech. So that is the important thing. So anyone in your childhood ever like hearing the flight during the childhood will come back from the home like hearing the like saying like this. So if you are that person, I am one among you. So I am also the person like from the childhood I have the dream to travel in flight at least one time in my life. So in my personal philosophy, I would like to say one thing like if I will compare with my life with the YouTube. If anything, you will search it one day in the morning. So in the evening, relevant thing will coming like in the follow things that is in the home page. So similarly, if you follow the dream since our childhood, or you are thinking about that one, or you are doing something for that one, the life will give the second step to us to achieve that dream. So like that only it is coming to me. So that day was happened to me. So after I joined my current job, my manager was called me. One day he was told, Venkatesan, you have the visit. You have to go to Vizag for next week. Be ready for it. Book your flight ticket. So during my training period, he taught one thing. Whenever going to the visit, they have to do three things. Pre, during, post. First is planning phase. So that is very important. I am not following only during the project. I am following for the flight travel. So because that is on my first flight travels, so I consulted my colleagues and asked them. So what are the steps we have to do before we are boarding? So for that one, first, one we are asked is how to book the flight, how to book the window seat in the flight. Because without window seat, you are flying is similar to that going Goa without girlfriend. You can go, but you can't enter. So what is the question which I asked with my friend? With his my colleague help, I was done the web checking and I was packed everything and was be ready for the flying. Okay. So I was flying on 13 March 2023 on the first day. I had a flight at 8:30. So for that one, I was wake up early, 4 o'clock. That is because of surprise. So, since my childhood dream going to achieve on the day. So I have started 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up in the 4 o'clock and I was packed everything and I was started booked the cab and started my traveling in the cab. My flight only at 8:30, but I was start flying after I sit in the cab itself. So during all the way, the thought only was fully running on my mind. So after reach, I was felt like I am in some Pakistan border because the guard was giving some rifle and was standing in front of that for doing the check-in. So once I complete all the checking process, I will go into the site So I thought like, I first time I was seeing the airport in my life, okay. So I thought like it will be some railway stations. But after entering that one, it looked like huge mall. So it's KFC, bookshop, it was very huge one. And I was entered to my boarding station. There I saw the flight. Very nearly I saw the flight. Nearly that I was used to saw in ground. I saw like when it is flying. Was very excited to sit in the flight. Then I was go inside and my boarding time was started. I was going inside and in the front of the flight, the queens of flights was welcoming us with a great pleasures. It started there after border like like the first instruction will be given by the guards. So all the time people used to say like when we are about to travel the first time we have to listen the instruction carefully. But I didn't listen the instruction. I listened the guy who was given the instruction all the time. Then after that, like the flight travel is little moved. Then it was takeoff. The takeoff, the turbulence was there. I was little hurry, like I little fear about that one because the first travel which I have was first time. Then it started in the stable state. There and the stage I can able to see in the window like the clouds are moving very nicely, like it's very fascinating. It was very nice as well. So like that it was happened like the flying journey was 30 minutes, but I didn't notice like when I was taken off and when I was landed. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Venki. I could see myself starting like when I write myself on the stage for the first time. So before going to next segment of the meeting, I think August is a month where festival season starts, right? Every month there are like different festival. I think October we have a Dashara, right? It is a Navaratri season where we celebrate 3 days. I think 3 days. I think 3 days. 3 days we celebrate. The festivals 9 days, but last 3 days we will celebrate, right? Navaratri period is 9 days. Yeah. So this festival signifies the victory of Lord Rama over Ravana, and also it is celebrated as the triumph of Goddess Durga over the demon Mahishasura. So anybody wants to give some thoughts on this festival? Yeah.
There is a city named on the base of Mahishasura. Can you tell the name of the city Mahishasura?
Maheshmati from Bahubali.
No, but a little fast. So the place is Mysore. So it is
Mysore. Yeah, it is Mysore, right? Outside. Yeah. Anybody else?
It's a holiday.
Yeah, I think
it's a festival where we go home to home and then collect what we call sundal in Chennai. And you will find lot of novice singers, amateur singers potentially trying to project themselves as professionals so that they get an extra cup of sundal along the way. So more sundal you win, better is your singing prowess. It's like the Indian Idol of the 1970s.
So next festival it is Diwali, right? It's a festival of lights. So I think this festival signifies. I think every festival has a purpose behind. Like I think this festival signifies the Rama's return to Ayodhya after Ravana's defeat. Then Krishna killed Narakasura and the goddess Lakshmi's birth. I think there are a lot of things, things that signifies the Diwali festival. So let's move on to the next segment of the meeting, that is table topics. To conduct the session, we have a person who is an automation nerd in software, who is working at Microsoft. When she is not in front of computers, she is fond of trying art, feeding plants and animals. Her hobbies are yoga, meditation, and badminton. So let us welcome Toastmaster Pooja to conduct the session.
The word impromptu. Hello, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In this table topic section, is the name says impromptu. I'll be coming with some topics, but surprise for you. So you will volunteer yourself that you want to speak. There will be a time kettle for you, in total 2 minutes. Adapting will help you assess after 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes with the colors green, yellow, and red. You can to maximize your the attempt to get the best out of this impromptu speech. You can take a small pause in the beginning, think about it, and make it a small speech. It has a beginning, some body, and end, conclusion. So this section is to basically improve our on-the-spot thinking and delivering the speech ability. So with that, I'll hand it over. But there is one more thing, like we have surprise today from Toastmaster Arun that we would be not using a word actually, and we would be using a word cathartic, which means release of strong emotions through an activity. For example, crying released me from a cathartic emotions. So try to use this word to get more points and try to avoid using word actually. So with that, all the best to you all. And we begin. I'm doing this for the first time, so yeah, thank you. So who wants to volunteer for the first time? So we have some 6 people in online and offline, so let's begin here.
Yes, yes.
Lohit. So Lohit, your topic is, so since we are talking about the festivities, I have noticed some items already with this activity. So your topic is, if you get the chance to invent a new festival, what would it be and how will it look like? Your time starts now.
Inventing a new festival means giving one more holiday. So, and people will expect long lists also, so I have to invent accordingly. So most I will do October 3rd as a holiday, because October 2nd is anyhow it is a holiday in India. So we'll keep 2 days. Now I need to look for the purpose also. So can anybody tell me what is the reason people are giving holiday on October 2nd?
Birthday.
And who will be sad on that day? So you will be sad.
He won't be, I will.
I choose a wrong day, but I'm okay. I need 2 days holiday, so when I'm inventing, I take 2 days. Instead of 1 day, I will take 2 days. So I look for a day when Gandhi Jayanti, one dry day is happening. So next day is like full day. Full day. Like the bar is always open after 7 o'clock, so it will be open 24/7 that day. I don't know how to choose, how to tell the story. I'm very sorry.
Thanks, Lohit, for this fun segment. Next, who would want to come? Somebody from online? I'll choose otherwise. Yes, February.
I beg your pardon, I can't keep my video on because of the network issue, but I believe I'm clearly audible.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
So whether your topic is, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Historical event, ladies and gentlemen. Those days where kings and queens were regarded as gods and goddesses. Remember Krishna Deva Raya? Yes. The one who's regarded the most when it comes to Wadiyar dynasty. But wait, why Wadiyar dynasty? When we think of Mysore, the sister city of Bangalore, the first thing that comes to our mind is the Wadiyars. So close to my heart. Because my parents have told me so many stories about the Wadiyar dynasty that I almost get visual images when I hear the word history. Coming back to the topic given by our table topic mistress, which is one such personality that I would want to have meal or dinner with, certainly it would be Krishna Deva Raya. Now, first thing that I would ask is, sir, how did you manage to spot this iconic figure called Tenali Rama? Because it's a very big dynasty and he, of course, is the diamond in the crown. I know he would feel that cathartic emojis, I mean, what we call emojis today may not be called that way back then, but he would at least give me some tips how to really work on talent acquisition, talent building, or even talent hiring. So that would be one tip that I would ask him. But otherwise, I would ask him, sir, you've managed to leave your footprint after decades and decades also for we children. How did you build your personality since the day you got your consciousness right in place? I know it's your mentors, I know it's your parents, but still, what is your individual effort in being the Krishna Deva Raya that is so ingrained in my memory and makes my parents feel so proud when they are narrating stories? So yes, it's always Krishna Deva Raya whom I would look forward to have dinner with. What do you think, table topic mistress? Who's your favorite?
Thank you very much for taking us to the debate. I did not know any of these except the Telangana stories. So thank you for it. I would give my answer maybe next time when you host me. So up next, we have Abhishek. Abhishek is little bit seasoned, so I'll go for a.
Little bit.
Is there are laws in different countries. There are laws in different countries, and I recently found out in the resources of Toastmasters actually, that there are countries which has the restrictions on excess noise, which also includes singing. And you being singer, you like enjoying singing. You are the citizen of Canada, let's say, who has this law for you not to be allowed singing. Now, when you go to court, since it's a law already there, you go to court, you need to fight your case against this law. What would be your take to fight the case? Because nobody else is taking your case.
Is this law only for singing or all kind of noises?
All noises, but
All
singing
noises.
is something you need to focus because you enjoy singing and you want to sing, being in the country.
Thank you.
Over to you.
One of those days when your table topic speech is a small table topic in itself. Thank you so much for this topic. First of all, I feel obliged and thankful that my cacophony and my rendition, which is out of meters by any bounds, is considered as singing. I am really humbled and touched. This gives me much more joy than the cathartic experience that Arun would be having right now, looking for the word actually. The question to ask is, now that I have mentioned what he's doing with the word actually, do I stand disqualified? Because I've actually used that word. This is an interesting case. Well, as far as what I understand about the law and the Indian Constitution, while the legislature has all the right, be it state, be it center, to devise a law in form of a bill or an ordinance, any law, any ordinance which is passed that defies the basic civil rights, the right to expression being one of them, can be challenged in the court, no matter with how much majority and force measure it has been implemented. And my primary argument would be that I am a middle class male who is looking for just being heard in this world. If I can just let out my frustrations by singing out loud in my washroom while having a shower, and that cuts down significantly on the possibility of me fighting with the auto rickshaw wala in a road rage, why not give me my basic right of expression by singing? That will be my major contention. That will be my major argument. It is against the basic law of expression. This gives an outlet to several people like me to express themselves. And a city like Bangalore, where your FD matures by the time you leave from home to the office, this is a great outlet. So please, thank you.
We'll take one, for the benefit of time, we'll take one last. Maybe I will pick Manas.
Hi Pooja, can you bit loud please? We are not able to audible.
Yes. So, welcome, Manas.
Good morning, everyone.
So your topic is, going back to the festivity theme today, food, clothes, rituals. Which of these aspects of any festival do you like the most and why? What do you find most appealing? Over to you.
Okay, first of all, thank you for picking me, I guess. So, I'd say clothes would be something that, would appeal me more than the rest of the topics you have told me to choose from. And the primary reason I'd pick clothes over food and rituals would be because, I mean, we all know India is a very diverse country in terms of its culture, language, people. And to expect everyone to gel with each other would be a Herculean task, I'd say, in terms of, what you expect. So what I feel is that clothes does not have any distinction in terms of who can wear the clothes or who judges one based on the clothes. And clothes, they tend to, like in the variety of colors that the clothes are used or the way the clothes are meant to be worn or the designs the clothes have on them, often, portray what a festival often tries to tell us, because you've seen we have the Santa Claus costume for Christmas, we have something different for Diwali, we have something different for the Shera. And the Festival of Lights is coming up, people tend to wear like new clothes, which represents, like rejuvenation, rebirth, something starting fresh. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry.
Thank you, Manas. So I just got borrowed time for one more topic. Anybody wants to volunteer? Or you want me to force push you?
Force push.
We go with Snehal? Snehal, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, would you like to take the table topic?
Okay, I'll try today. This is my first time, so give me easy one, please.
Yeah. So this is so Snehal, your topic is, if you won a lottery, what is the first thing you want to do with that money?
Okay, thank you. So this is my dream from the childhood of mine that I'm a bookaholic person. I like to read book. So what I want a big library. So that's my dream. Like whenever I get a lottery, I'll build a library where it is for me as personal one, and one which is a public one, which will be there to use for a friends and uh, uh, some society people. There they can make use of the resources. Also with that, I am inclined towards the education. So I will try to build a university or a college which will play a role, big role in bringing up our youth or next generation. Thank you.
Yes, we close the section for today and I hand it over to.
Thank you, Pooja, for giving thoughtful topics and conducting this session. So due to time constraint, let me move on to the next. I think let's I think we have only 2 festivals. I need your inputs. That is Onam. Next is Christmas. So I need your input because I don't know much of it. If you can tell me about the Onam, I think you are the best person and you are.
He's the right person.
He's not talk to me.
Onam is basically the harvest festival, just like how we have the Kharif, which happens in North India, the Pegani Sankranti, right? So that is where the Lohri and all happens in Punjab. So the equivalent of that is what is happening here at Onam. The concept here is like whatever which is grown over there, what is harvested, is what is used for preparing your feast. It's a 10-day bash. That's how we Malayalis freak out. Another 10 or 15 days will come for Christmas time, which he knows better. So nobody works. If you go to Calcutta, 10 days, if West Bengal is shut, you get 10 days in Maharashtra. I think ending today or tomorrow, 10 days Maharashtra will be shut. For the Ganesha festival, the same thing happens for Onam and for Christmas also. Christmas also is massive in Kerala because historically Christianity came to India in Chennai and in the Kerala territories because of trade. The southern India was trading with the Western world way before northern India was trading. So there have been findings of Roman coins and various ports and harbors have been rediscovered and all the stuff is there. So Christianity came to India, southern India. So that was Saint Thomas who came to Chennai. That's why you have the famous Saint Thomas Mount in Chennai. So that is where he supposedly settled and preached over there in South India. And his first set of convertees were the local Ayers or Iyengars of that area. Similarly, it spread to the western side of South India, which is basically the Kerala territories, and the Kottayam region, that's basically central Kerala, where primarily Christianity is based. And if I'm not wrong, correct me, Dixon, it's primarily Catholic Christianity. And you will find other groups like the Jacobites and Orthodox Syrians. You won't find so many Protestants. You see Protestants here in Bangalore, but you won't see Protestants over there. You see Protestants in Bangalore simply because of the Anglo-Indian community, which were half Catholic and half Protestant. Primarily, the British were Protestant. So that's why we have so many Protestant churches in Bangalore.
Very complaints. Okay, let's go to the next segment. It is due to time constraint. So I would like to call upon the stage General Evaluator to give his reports.
Thank you. Going to begin with, let's start with the speech validations, and I would like to invite the speech one evaluator, Toastmaster Abhijit, to carry the evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudesha, and my dear friend Dixon. So one thing I admire about Dixon is that whenever right from the start, when I have met him, I have seen a conscious or an unconscious act of his is to always motivate people around him. So the intent of the speech was to present a story with body movement, intentional and unintentional. However, he wrapped it in a story which was motivating to the audience. The story was very beautifully crafted. You started with your wife's desire of diamond, then you went to how ants wanted sugar, and then it was actually about you, how you wanted to become a musician in your choir group. So that was very beautifully brought out in the form of a story. And this whole journey of believing in yourself was very nicely presented. However, the most important aspect of today's speech with respect to the purpose was the delivery, and you shined throughout in it. Especially, I loved the use of stage. Now we are in an in-person meeting where the use of stage by people grabs the attention. Every eyeball was moving whenever you were coming from one place to another. The characters were nicely placed. The big ant, the small ant, and that was very nicely placed. Even your wife telling you something and you responding, everything was very distinctively present. So that aspect I really enjoyed. The other aspect was the use of voice. The characters had voice, a plain voice and a different voice. And it was a very peculiar, it sounded like Uncle Scrooge, but it was very good in that way. And you were lowering your voice. At times you were at the top of your voice, like you shouted ouch, and I got scared at that moment. And then the other thing which I really enjoyed was the aspect of you were invoking strong emotions throughout your speech. At one point of time, you said your dad smashed the guitar, and at that time everyone got shocked. Oh, so evoking emotions from the audience is a very nice way of presenting your thoughts, and you were quite successful in it. Other aspect, this is a way of non-verbal communication, is the way you have dressed yourself today. You're very perfectly prim and prom, and that makes an impact on people to take you seriously. I am a person who is a little relaxed. So hence, I don't dress very casual, formally. It's very casual. But in your speech, it is an area of, it's a parallel. However, one area you can work on is the flute, drums, and the guitar. You did not show a flute. You did not show a guitar. You were just moving. So that is one aspect you can work on there. Other than that, a fabulous speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajiv, for that wonderful evaluation, and thank you, Toastmaster Dixon. I really liked your speech in terms of the voice modulation, in terms of the body language, in terms of the usage of the stage. So really amazing, and you had that end message like hard work, right? So that was really brought out very well in the speech. Please give a big round of applause for the evaluator on the speech. So let's move on to a second speaker, and let me invite the evaluators, Toastmaster Trilok, to give his evaluation report.
Thank you. Toastmaster introduction, very well done on your overcoming the fear and delivering the speech even when you were stuck. So that is, I think, one of the ways how you actually incorporated the modulation. This was not voice modulation, but it was more of a modulation in your speech itself. There was a high, then you went on a low, and then you came back and bounced back. So that was great. Thank you. Some of the things that you may have heard from Arijit evaluating Toastmaster Dixon are applicable to your speech as well. So I think I'll avoid repeating those parts. The second part that I liked about the speech was the use of the examples to give your point. So your speech was an example to your emotions at that point. For example, you were talking about the fear that we were feeling, and you had impersonated that into the experience of the flight itself. Couple of things that I feel can be done differently. One of them is, it was a very exciting moment for you to travel for the first time you were traveling by flight. So it could have been enhanced if you would have shown that excitement in your speech. For example, the delivery of the flight attendant, sorry, the captain's message the emotion that you experienced when the flight was turbulent or when you had first stepped in the flight, they could have been enhanced by emphasis on specific words. Right? The next that I want to focus is on the body language part. So when you are giving out describing your experience to the audience who has not seen that, then you have some tools like your hands. So your hands can be used to give emphasis on some points, to show the description, to show the vividness, or they can also work on the opposite sense of showing how nervous you are. So maybe I'd suggest that you can look up the use of hand gestures to improve and make it work in your benefit, to your benefit. Again, which is a very common point that has been raised by everybody, that looking at Toastmaster Dixon gives you a lot of confidence. I think everybody agrees to that. And you are also doing that, I also do that. But once you gain that confidence, start looking at it as well. That would be my suggestion, because so that everybody feels that there's interaction happening in the room. Yeah. One last thing, this is not really related to the objective of today's speech, but your conclusion seemed a little short, that because it was such an emotional and strong experience that you had, I think your conclusion could have been a little stronger beyond that one-liner that you said that this was such and such experience for me. Otherwise, a great speech and all the best for the next.
Thank you, Toastmaster Trilok, for that evaluation, and thank you, Speaker Venkatesh, for that speech. And so one thing is, I mean, like, we always tend to forget our speech in between, right? So it's fine. I mean, if we forget the speech, maybe you can take a kind of a short pause, and maybe you can start from the scratch. So that's what I would say. And then moving on to the next section, I think let me invite my tag team to share their report. So maybe let's invite our timer for the day, Toastmaster Abhishek. For your report.
Yeah, so all the speeches fall in within the limits, except in some of the 1-2 cases. Like in case of Abhishek, it is like 2 minutes 20 seconds, and Arijit is 3 minutes 30 seconds. But for his precious comment, so yeah, it goes a little bit more. And yeah, so cover Dixon is 6 minutes 23 seconds. And Toastmaster Venkateshan 6 minutes 14 seconds. And Toastmaster Lohit for the tabletop is 1 minute 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Vaishnavi is 1 minute 57 seconds. And yeah, Manas is 1 minute 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Nehal is 1 minute. So yeah, and for the evaluation, Toastmaster Arjit 3 minutes 30 seconds, and Toastmaster Trilok is 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Thank you. So please give him a big round of applause. The wonderful job done by the timer. Now let me invite our accountant, Toastmaster Amarnath, for the accountant report.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Here is my counter report. So Kiran has used at least 3 times, right, and I think several times, at least 10 times. And Jaya Prakash, one of our guests, 7 times. Naresh has used 6, 6 times. Snehal has used yim 3 times and at least 2 times. Suresha has used at least 10 times. Arijit 3 times Venkateshan has used so several times. Pooja has used 5 times at least. Manas has used 3 times, and I mean at least 2 times. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amarnath, for that. Now let me invite our grammarian Toastmaster Arun Shriram to give his report out.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Let me start with the use of the word of the day. Cathartic was used once by Vaibhavi and once by Abhishek. Thank you for that. And I'm pleased to report that no one actually used during the table topic session. And we will keep at it one word or one filler at a time. I'm going to, next time I become a grammarian, I'm going to put I mean as a phrase to avoid. And that way we will get better. Of course, in addition to not using actually also. So we will keep removing these fillers as we go. In terms of good usage of the English language, diamond in the crown, engraved in memory, weaved, enhanced, these were good words that were used at the right moment. So thank you for that. In terms of areas of improvement, I'm going to be a little brutal for all of our improvements. So bear with me. Next 25 seconds is coming your way. 2 words to, just 2 words, reach to your goal, reach your goal. This one, that one needs to be avoided. What he is known for, if it's a question, it should be what is he known for. Off your mobile, should be switch off your mobile. I was packed, I packed. Very huge could be replaced with really huge. During, all the way, you don't need during if you are using the phrase all the way. I was landed, the flight landed. And apart from that, during, from the childhood of mine could simply be my childhood. Society people, if I'm not mistaken, what was meant was neighbors, or if it meant the largest spectrum of the society, it could be people across the society spectrum, could be a better word. And thank you for it could be replaced by thank you for that. You normally don't say thank you for it. That's pretty much my report. Wishing the club all the very best in the future meetings as well, as we keep increasing our grammar, getting better at grammar. Grammar is public speaking 101. Back to you, General Evaluator.
So I think let me evaluate the meeting from the start to end. I think so we have started the meeting 5 minutes late. So we have to see how we can avoid that and start the meeting on time. And I think from a closing perspective, I believe we are on time. Maybe another 4 minutes to go. I think we should be able to wrap it at that time. And otherwise, the overall atmosphere was good. Again, thanks to Sergeant Tam for arranging the meeting. And we have a good setup done so that members from virtual also can join. And then moving on to the specific roles, Sergeant Arms, I think so. Thanks to Abhishek again taking that Sergeant Arm role as an impromptu and still we can able to do a good job in terms of reading of the what are some of the basic things, instructions, and setting the stage for inviting the president. And one input is maybe see if we can have some voice modulation and bring some more flavor to the invite the president. Please give him a big round of applause for the wonderful partner. Moving on to the president. So our president is not there. So Kiran took up the role of a president and did a good job in terms of bringing some story as a president in terms of how his journey started into the Toastmaster journey and how Toastmasters is helping him to become a better professional and personally as well. And his body language is good and hand movements, so really did a good job there. And he could able to maintain the eye contact with the Toastmasters. And though he acted as a president for maybe the first time, but he could able to still get the feedback from the audience. Guest introduction is done, and even the online guest introduction also done. So did a good job there. So one thing is I noticed as a president is the voice modulation. So the tone was bit consistent throughout the speech, but if you can bring some more flavor when you open up the meeting, so maybe we could have given more energy like that. That was one observation or a suggestion as a president speech. Moving on to that TMOD role, again, the theme was really good, apt for the season, like we are into the festival season. And the way you brought out that flow, right? I mean, like you started from the start of the year and throughout the year, in the order you were covering what other festivals we may have and how it is celebrated. And another good thing is you also invited the audience in terms of asking them what is the rationale behind that particular festival and so on and so forth. That was good. And you also put a lot of effort maybe in terms of preparing some slides, and thanks to that food also, I think you bought some. So that's really that's good.
Thank his mother.
Yeah, so that was good. And you also, as a TM only, you did a good job in terms of introducing the evaluators and speakers. I was still thinking, who is that MS Dhoni? Then you got that, there's you good narrative there, and good job done there. And one thing is, if you are giving some specific regional language terms, see if you can able to translate that into the people, the common language where people can understand. And I think when you invite the speaker, read out the speech title, I think you could able to cover it in the following speech. I think that's about the Toastmaster of the day. And so please give him a big round of applause for the wonderful job. Moving on to the table topic master, I think good job done there. So it looks very cool, composed, and the topics are also kind of some related to the theme and some related out of the theme, but still you could able to bring that flavor, and you could able to speakers also could able to speak on the topic given. So that was good. And otherwise, I think good job done. So please give the table topic of the. So that's about my report, and back to you, table Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Suresha, for giving your constructive and valuable feedback. I'm stepping into my presiding officer role because due to time constraint. So before, have a few announcements before that. We already shared the voting link. Can you please share? Also shared on online. If you can vote. The first announcement is next week on 23rd of September. We have the session on pathways, right? So if you're not sure which pathways to choose on, like this is a very good session to attend. So it is on 23rd of September. Please do attend. The next is we are going to have a club contest on 8th of October. So we need participation from you, and it's going to be offline, and we need nominations that who are going to be participated. And that's all. So can I get some feedback from the audience, like guests? Yeah.
So my name is Kashmira. Pooja has mentioned about this club, and that's so I was keen to come here. So I made a point like to come and see how it is happening. I've been listening about the Toastmaster from long, so I'm really happy to see the way it is being conducted and giving chance to each and everyone. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see like how I can join and improvise my skills where I feel like I'm lagging.
Thank you.
Okay, one of the seniors in the company happened to suggested to join a community club of Toastmasters because he said that they are really, really very inclusive, and you feel like you can connect with all without any hierarchy. So yeah, this was a close club. I mean, from our input, so I came here, and the atmosphere here, I mean, it was so positive that the moment you enter, you'll be like, wow, how can I join here? You just want to be a part of this place because even you want that much people in you. So that atmosphere is what I love the most.
Thank you. Online, quickly, can you give feedback in the comments? So, Naresh or Snehal.
Hello. Can you hear me? everyone?
Yes, Neha, we can
We
hear
can
you.
say hello. I think online participants can hear you. I think the foodie club logged off because of power issue. Let's just give them a minute to join back.
Okay.
Unfortunately, couldn't find time to do so. But I'm really happy that I came today and I'm looking forward for more. Thank you.
Yeah, can we have Snehal speak? Kiran, sorry, if I'm not.
Thoroughly, I think I have enjoyed this session. So this is the first time. This Toastmaster Club also I come to know from my brother. He is staying in Bahrain. He used to attend since 1 year, sorry, 1 month, 2 months he's attending. So I think so there are many Toastmaster Club sessions around even all of them. So I'm looking forward to attend here also.
So let me announce one point. I don't want you to come because I'm so jealous of you. How have you been 10 years of experience with this young face?
I'm married, okay?
I was so rejoicing this benefit. Now, like, okay, one more competition.
10 years around this military.
Thank you for coming. Huh?
10 years in this military.
Yeah, but he is so young face. Like, I wouldn't believe he's
This
so
Wala, yeah, did something like nice in his last leg.
It's something.
Yes, happy to have you.
Thank you.
Kiran, may
Yeah. So guys, as Kiran mentioned about that program, which is there on the 23rd, right? This is a new initiative which we have started at the division level, FYI and the division BQB. Don't shout. So the objective of this is we are conducting a deep dive into the real world usage of the path you have taken. We are not going to talk of pathways as in how we talk when somebody joins the club. Now you have your 2 leadership sessions over there, right? So the people who are going to come as your speakers are industry veterans. They are Toastmasters, but they are industry veterans. We are not looking at anybody who's at a manager grade also. A minimum is a vice president level. The 2 guys who are coming, Rajkumar Bansal and Bhupati, both were district directors for the old district 92. I served as AD when Bansal was district director. Today, if my memory is right, DTM Bhupati is the area 13 governor. Bansal was governor once upon a time. Both these guys are vice presidents in their respective organization. Bhupati's company is here. The other guy is in Electronic City, Infosys. That is the guy who will come. That is the guy who will come. So the objective which has been given to these speakers is very simple. A certain path. Now I am on innovative planning, right? So if I have, let us say, Pooja is the experienced person, industry, 30 years industrial experience, vice president, CEO at that company, Microsoft.
With the same face.
Let us say she has been called. The objective for Pooja will be very simple. She's not going to talk pathways to us. She's not going to say this is the benefit of pathways, nothing else. I am innovative planning. She has agreed to give a session on innovative planning. So she will explain from her perspective at the leadership level of the organization how innovative planning is deployed. She's not going to say you give that speech, this is how you do evaluation. No. What is the principle of innovative planning is what she will be talking to us. That is the objective of this entire series. We plan to have 2 or so in a quarter so that all the current 11 parts are addressed. by the time we have our annual divisional conference coming up in April, whatever you guys decide. So this is the objective. So I'll request all of you guys to come. It's at Airbus next Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. 2:30 onwards. So both the sessions are there. And please do come. Make it a success and hopefully we all stand to learn a little. Thank you.
It requires a fee of 100 rupees also. A gate fee of.
Yeah.
100.
100 you get samosa. Compensation is guaranteed. What recognition?
100 rupees samosa is not. Let me announce the winner. So, who is the best speaker? Any guess? Okay. So, next one, the best speaker. Best auxiliary role taker. Arun Sriram.
Go. Lower you go.
For
On behalf of.
Best table topics. Speaker. Take much fun. Best evaluator.
Type competition.
Arif. Best road take myself. So with this, I'm closing this on the 88th meet of Puri Machata. For photo and we have some snacks.
Okay, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.